With a face for radio and a voice for newspapers, it's the Walt Bonetti Podcast.
Welcome to episode 9 of the Walt Bonetti Podcast for January 15th. The Walt Bonetti Podcast is brought to you by our friends at the Original Italian Pie of Kenner and Coppa Donut. In just a few minutes, I'll be telling you about the 50th Anniversary JazzFest lineup because it's out, and it's exciting. A man is shot at a Denham Springs Walmart. An Eagles fan tries to microwave a dog. And Nike, that's right, Nike is our dumbass of the day. But first, these quick hits. A dispute over an extension cord turned violent Friday on New Orleans St. Claude Avenue. A man and his friend noticed an extension cord running between his home and an abandoned house next door. When the man unplugged it, a man exited from the abandoned house and demanded the cord be returned. The two men fought and the stranger left, but returned and shot the man several times. NOPD is investigating, and the man who shot the man is on the lam. With the uncertainty surrounding the federal government shutdown, USDA Secretary Sonny Perdue asked states to issue federal food stamp and SNAP benefits early. Louisiana will do just that. Most recipients should receive their benefits on or before January 20th. SNAP recipients are urged to budget their benefits to last through February. Louisiana Junior All-American linebacker Devin White is foregoing his senior year to jump to the NFL. White is projected to be a high first-round pick. The odds of dying from an opioid overdose are now greater than those of dying in an auto accident in the United States, but they are still behind suicide. The National Safety Council says the odds of dying by suicide are 1 in 88. Opioid overdose, 1 in 96. An auto accident, 1 in 103. And 1 in 114 for falls. The mayor of Atlanta, Keisha Lance Bottoms, doesn't care who plays in next month's Super Bowl, hosted by her city, as long as it's not the Saints.
If it's anybody other than the Saints, I know there's going to be a bounty on my head for saying that, but if it can't be the Falcons, then, hey, as long as it's not the Saints, then I'm happy.
If New Orleans beats the Rams Sunday, not only will they go to the Super Bowl, but they will also take over the Falcons' practice facility. Yet another humiliation for the Atlanta Dirty Birds. A 52-year-old man was killed Monday at the Gentilly landfill when he was hit by a tractor and buried under the waste. Workers noticed the spotter was missing and called authorities. A rescue crew discovered the flag the spotter was holding and later uncovered the man's body. He was pronounced dead at the scene. NOPD is still investigating. Don't forget about the big meeting tonight, 7 o'clock at John Curtis Gym. Regarding the stench in Harahan and River Ridge, there's going to be a panel of elected officials and state representatives to answer questions that are pre-screened by a moderator. So you can't get up there and yell nasty things at Jefferson Parish's sexual predator-in-chief, Mike Yenny. Even if you want to. They won't let you. The 50th anniversary lineup of the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival was announced earlier today. Headliners include the Rolling Stones on the second Thursday, Katy Perry on the first Saturday, the Dave Matthews Band, Santana, Pitbull, Van Morrison, John Fogerty, Bob Seger in his first ever Jazz Fest appearance, Chris Stapleton, and Jimmy Buffett. The Jazz Fest is April 25th through the 28th and May 2nd through the 5th. Tickets for the Stones appearance will be $185, and they will be available to locals and Louisiana residents in advance of a general sale. So make sure you watch out for that if you want to see the Stones in America, because almost all their tour dates are already sold out. And now this. Hi, this is Walt Bonetti for my friends over at the Original Italian Pie of Kenner, 3600 Williams Boulevard, just a little bit north of West Esplanade. The Original Italian Pie of Kenner features great food, and it is always freshly prepared for you when you order using the freshest ingredients possible. No heat lamps here. Not at all. Not like other restaurants. And you can call the Original Italian Pie at 469-4999. That's 469-4999. And they'll have your order ready for pickup or delivery to your home or your office. You can also order online at orderitalianpie.com. That's italianpie.com. Whenever you are hungry, make sure that you think about my friends over at the Original Italian Pie of Kenner, 3600 Williams Boulevard. Call 469-4999. That's 469-4999. And eat some great food. With a name like Coppa Donut, you immediately think, it's just another donut shop. And yeah, Coppa Donut sells great donuts. But, like they say on TV, wait! There's more. Coppa Donut has apple fritters, eclairs, cinnamon twist, cinnamon buns, honey buns, great breakfast, sandwiches, smoothies, breakfast burritos, French toast, waffles. Now, does that sound like just another donut store? I think not. Coppa Donut is open from 5 a.m. to noon Monday through Friday and 5 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the weekends. Stop by for breakfast on your way to work and grab a couple dozen great donuts for your coworkers. You'll be an office hero. They will be telling stories about the day you brought Coppa Donut donuts to work for months. Trust me. That's Coppa Donut. Great donuts and more. 2321 West Esplanade in the Kenner Market Center. Coppa Donut. Great donuts and a whole lot more.
After a time, you may find that having is not so pleasing a thing after all as wanting.
Walt Bonetti.
Welcome back. Thanks again for spending part of your day with the podcast. President Trump was in New Orleans yesterday to address the Farm Bureau Convention. Several members of Congress, including Senators John Kennedy and Bill Cassidy, along with Congressmen Steve Scalise and Garrett Graves, who brought the president a Rouse's king cake, were on hand to greet Trump at Louis Armstrong New Orleans International Airport. Look, no disrespect to Rouse's, which does a great job, but come on, Congressman Graves. Cream cheese filled? Why not pecan praline? That's more Louisiana than cream cheese. Besides, since the media probably got the king cake anyway, instead of the president, just get the cheapest one possible. The media doesn't deserve good king cake. But since I'm not in the media, I'll expect pecan praline next time I see Congressman Graves, or one of the new coconut king cakes from Dong Phuong. I'm dying to try that one. At the Farm Bureau Convention, the president reiterated his call for a border wall, fence, barrier, whatever you want to call it, and he talked about his trip to the Texas-Mexico border last week.
So we got a lot done, but they view the wall as being a big item that if I don't do it, it's a negative. It's a negative. And I'm not doing it for that reason. I'm doing it because we have to do it. It's common sense. We have to do it. If you look at the caravans coming up, if you look at what's going on, you take a look. If we didn't have some of those walls, the military has been incredible. They came up and they built some barriers. They kept thousands and thousands of people from overrunning various sections of our country. We've done a great job at the border, but we need that barrier, because you can't do this. You can have all the people you want dressed in military, you can have ICE, you can have Border Patrol. If you don't have that barrier, there's not a thing you can do. They all say we like technology. I like technology too. But we can have all the drones in the world flying around. We can have all the sensors in the world. But if you don't have a strong steel or concrete barrier, there's no way you're going to stop these people from rushing. Last week, we have no idea who they are, and you got some, I'm sure, very good ones, but you got some real bad ones. Last week, I traveled to McAllen, Texas, to tour the border and meet with the heroes of ICE and Border Patrol. These great patriots made clear what they need from Congress and to end this terrible crisis, and we will end it. We will end it. When we have proper security, people aren't going to come. Except for the people we want to come, because we want to take people in to help our farmers, etc. Very important. We're going to make that actually easier for them to help the farmers, because you need these people. No, you need these people. We're going to make it easier.
After the quick New Orleans visit, the president returned to Washington and treated the national champion Clemson Tigers to a fast food feast. I wonder if the White House chefs are included in the government shutdown. I mean, can Melania cook?
Now, the Walt Bonetti Podcast Dumbass of the Day.
Today's dumbass is Nike. The Athletic Apparel Corporation unveiled a new $350 a pair self-lacing training shoe controlled by your smartphone. First, if you're buying a training shoe, you probably don't need help lacing your kicks. Second, you need a smartphone. You must download an app, update the app, keep the shoes charged, and more, just to tie your shoes. I'm sure this will be useful for a small amount of people, but I've got better things to do with $350 and all the time involved in updating the shoes and the app, and it's too much. I often say that technology is a wonderful thing, but in this case, this is too much technology, even for me. A man was shot yesterday at the Denham Springs Walmart after he tried to buy a gun from another man. 19-year-old Charleston Toops was attempting to sell the gun to another man when the gun accidentally went off, shooting the victim in the leg. Toops then threw the gun into a nearby creek. He is charged with obstruction of justice. After the Eagles lost to the Saints Sunday, 31-year-old Kirsten Gaskins blew a gasket. Gaskins had been drinking while watching the playoff game and began arguing with his girlfriend. The argument escalated and he began hitting the woman. Then Gaskins threatened to kill the woman's dog and stuffed the dog into a microwave. Thankfully, Gaskins didn't press start and the dog was unharmed. Gaskins was charged with simple adult domestic violence, harassment, possession of drug paraphernalia, and cruelty to animals. Well, that puts a wrap on this podcast. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, please email waltbradio@gmail.com. That's waltbradio@gmail.com. And please support our sponsors, the Original Italian Pie of Kenner, 3600 Williams Boulevard, just a little bit north of West Esplanade. 469-4999 is their telephone number. You can dine in or call them. They'll have your order ready for pickup, or they will deliver to your home or your business. And Capadona, 2321 West Esplanade in the Kenner Market Center. Their telephone number is 305-4858. You can call them ahead. They'll have your order ready for pickup as well. Capadona is great donuts and more. As we tell you every day, please go out and be a blessing, and thanks for listening.
Walt Bonetti.